Hello, my name is Isabela Cuevas, and my partners are Isabela Salazar and Swartz. Today, we're going to talk about factorials and operations. So what are factorials and its symbol? A factorial is a formula represented by an exclamation mark. The factorial of a number is the multiplication of all the numbers between 1 and the number itself. The symbol is an exclamation point. Uses of factorials. The most common use of factorials is to calculate combination and permutations, and it can also calculate probabilities. Another way to use factorials is to find how many ways objects can be arranged in order. And in factorials, all objects are used and none of the objects are used more than once. An example of a factorial is that if we have 4 colored pictures and we want to hang them on the wall, one after another, we can calculate the number of possible combinations. And the example of the problem, it would be 4 and an exclamation point, symboling the symbol of a factorial, and that equals 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, which equals 24 possible combinations.
Okay, to find this, you have to do 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7. And this gives you 5,040. Okay, for the next one is first you do the permutation of 12, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7 times 8 times 9 times 10 times 11 times 12. This gives you a total of 4. This gives you a total of 479,616,000. And then for that, you get permutation of 5, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, which then is 120. And then you divide both of them. And then this gives you a total of 3,999,680. That's the answer. Now for the last one. Find the first permutation of 9. Just 362,880. Then the permutation 4, which is easier, 1 times 2 times 4, and all of that, put them together, then it equals to 24. The 3600, and then the 3600,080 times 24, and it gives you 8,078,900. Then for the permutation, which we already found, which is 5,040, but I'm going to do the work here again, so we can find it again. 5,040, as you can see. Then we divide the answer of 8,790,000, no, 709,000 on 120, divided by 5,040. And then it just gives you 1,728. And the last one, which is 1 times 2. In total gives you a number which is 362,880.
Okay, so now we're going to work on the calculator, and I will show you how to solve the same problems but in the calculator. And this is the first one, which is 32 factorial. In order to solve this, you need to create a new document. Once you have the new document, you just type in the number you want, and then to add the factorial sign, you just click on menu, probability, and then factorial. And once it's there, you just click enter and it will give you the answer. this is the second problem we're going to solve in the calculator, and it is 17 factorial over 9 factorial times 5, and you have to do the same as in the last one. Okay, so when you have your new document, you just type in the numbers and you add the factorial signs the same way, which is by clicking in menu and then in factorial. And in this case, we added parentheses because since it's a multiplication problem, we need to show the calculator that. Once you have your equation, you just click enter and it will give you the answer. Okay, so now we're moving on to permutations, and this is our first permutation example. And it is a very similar process like to do it in the calculator, and I will show you how. Okay, so first you need to create your new doc, and in this time you click on probability, but instead of clicking in factorial, you click on permutations, and you do this before adding numbers. Once you click that, an equation will show, and the equation for permutations is NPR, and then you just click type the missing values, which in this case were 7 and 4, inside the parentheses, and you just click enter. This is our second permutation example on the calculator, and it is 8P3, and you have to do the same. Please first type in the permutation equation. Okay, so when you have your new doc, you just click on menu, then combinations, and then permutations, and then you just add the missing values to the parentheses. And in this case, this is the answer for that problem. Okay, this problem is 7C4, and we just click, do the past steps, and in the parentheses, we add the 7 and the 4, and we click enter. This is our last problem, which is 8C3, and we basically do the same, which is menu, combinations, permutations, and once you have the equation, you just add the values inside the parentheses, and this is the answer for this problem. Okay, so this is the end of the video, and as you can see, factorials and permutations are pretty simple once you get the formulas, and they're also very simple to do on the calculator. And my team and I hope that this video makes it easier for you to learn how to do it. And yes, this is factorials and permutations.